guys, and welcome to another video. So, from the title, you've probably already seen, I'm going to be ranking my top 10 musicals. So, this is one that I did a video on ages ago, but it just never made it on YouTube. And that's just simply because I just didn't approve of the video. I thought it was just absolute rubbish. But, yeah, I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to refilm it and just hope for the best. So, yeah. Let's get started. So, I'm going to be answering 5 questions for each musical that I mention, and they are favourite song, least favourite song, favourite scene, least favourite scene, and why I like the show overall. So then 5 questions are going to be mentioned on every show that I mention. So, yeah, let's get started. So, coming in at number 10, we've got Beautiful, the Carole King musical. What a stunning show. Like, I am so lucky that that was my last show before lockdown. And I had Vicky Manser as my Carol. Sorry, I couldn't get my words out then. I had Vicky Manser as my Carol. And I honestly I just loved that show so much. And I do hope that it does return, because I would love to see that again. I was planning on seeing it in Manchester, but obviously the coronavirus happened and the world got put on lockdown and theatres got shut. So that didn't happen, and as a result, the tour got cut short just after Cardiff. So, yeah, I do hope it does return. So, question time. Favourite song? Now, this is a tricky one because all the songs are brilliant. But if I had to pick one, it would be I Feel the Earth, because this song ends the show and it's basically the song just after Carol becomes a success. Spoiler alert, highly sorry, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video. But, yeah, it's the scene just as she becomes successful, and it's the curtain call song, and it's just such an upbeat song, and it's just a perfect song to end the show, basically. So, yeah, favourite song is I Feel the Earth. Least favourite song. All the songs were brilliant, but one that didn't really, warm to me was Natural Woman. Don't get me wrong, I love the song. I absolutely love the song. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. It fitted into the show perfectly, but I just didn't really enjoy that song. But, yeah, some people might disagree with me, but again, these are just my personal opinions. Excuse me. Question 3 is favourite scene. So, my favourite scene in Beautiful has got to be where Carol and Jerry move and Cynthia and Barry come over, and Barry starts playing We've Got to Get Out of This Place. And that just fits perfectly to that scene, because Carol and Jerry have just moved, and then he just sits down with a guitar and starts playing We've Got to Get Out of This Place, and not shortly after, she being Carol, finds some devastating news out, but I won't go into too much spoilers because that'll just spoil the show for you. But, yeah, that is my favourite scene. And question 4 is least favourite scene. My least favourite scene is the opening to the show, where Carol is just sat playing the piano and she's just basically, introducing herself. I feel like that scene could have had more to it. Not just Carol sitting behind the piano. It could be her sitting behind the piano and just playing, and then her introducing it, and then the musical going on. But, yeah, that is my least favourite scene. So, question 5, why I like the show. I said at the beginning, really, it's just an absolute stunning show. And it just really is. Carole King is just a massive, massive sensation. So, for those that don't know her, just listen to her music. She's brilliant. I'm only 19 years old and I absolutely love her. But, yeah, overall, it's just a beautiful show. Totally not a reference there, guys. totally not a reference. But yeah, it's just a beautiful show, and it's underrated. It really is underrated for saying the amount of people that absolutely love the show, who absolutely love Carol as a person, like love her music. Yeah, it's just brilliant. So, moving on. Number 9, Kinky Boots. Never seen this show. I've only seen the pro shot, but I love it. I absolutely love it. You can kind of tell there because I've got like a little poster. But yeah, Kinky Boots. Such a feel good show. Like, again, it's LBGTQ, and it's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, questions. Favourite song? Everybody say yeah. That is the song that ends Act 1, and it's basically when Charlie Price has found out that he can now make women's shoes. Again, spoiler, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. But, yeah, that song, it's 6 minutes long, and perfect song to end Act 1 in my opinion. But, yeah, Everybody Say Yeah is by far my favourite song. Least favourite song? This is hard. So, all the songs in Kinky Boots are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. But if I was to pick one that just really didn't, like, touch me as much, I would have to say the opening song and the opening scene. I just didn't really move to that song. Like, I can't really explain it, but there was just something about that song that just I didn't really like. But yeah, that opening song, it could have had more improvements to it. That's just my opinion. Favourite scene? It's gotta be the finale. If you don't like the finale, then you're hiding under a rock. Literally, raise you up / just be that scene that ends the show. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That's when they're in Milan, and again, spoiler. I did say there would be quite a lot of spoilers in this, but yeah, the finale song is just absolutely brilliant. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, moving on to favourite scene. And this is just simply because it touched me so much. Like, I think I actually cried at this scene when I watched the pro shot. And when I listened to the soundtrack, actually, I cried at the song. But the scene where Lola and Charlie are in the bathroom and they open up to each other touched me. It really, really touched me because, because if you think about it, it's two strangers opening up to each other, and Lola is obviously a drag queen whose real name is Simon, and it just touched me because they both just open up about their lives, and when Lola says, "I'm not my father's son," it just breaks you because nobody should feel like that no matter what. But yeah, that is by far my favourite scene in Kinky Boots. It's just so touching. So, moving on to least favourite scene. I don't even think I've got one. Because Kinky Boots is just brilliant. I don't even think I've got a least favourite scene. No, I've not got a least favourite scene in Kinky Boots. All the scenes in Kinky Boots are brilliant. But, yeah, again, it would be the opening. If I was to physically choose, it would be the opening, because I just didn't like the opening to the show. I feel like it could have been better. But, yeah. So I'm just gonna go with the opening again. But yeah, people might think the opening's good, but personally, I just didn't like the opening. And finally, why I like the show. Like I said, based on LBGTQ, because obviously Lola's a drag queen and that's just her passion, and basically Lola's dad just disapproved and wanted her, well, her slash him to be a boxer. But yeah, it's just a brilliant show, and I love the way that it's set out. Couldn't fault it in any way. But yeah, Kinky Boots is brilliant, hence why it's in this countdown. So moving on to number 8, and that is Mean Girls. Again, never seen this. Was a bit naughty and watched a bootleg. Probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, Mean Girls is coming in at number 8. I love the film, so I'm obviously going to love the musical. To be honest, every film that's turned into a musical, I've loved. I'm a theatre kid. Of course I'm going to love it. But, yeah, Mean Girls, again, feel-good show. Proper gives you adrenaline. And it's brilliant. It's basically all your high school drama just piled into a musical. It's just brilliant. It's basically just like... It's just like another version of Heathers, just with less murder, if you want to put it that way. But yeah, Mean Girls. So, question 1, favourite song. If you know me, you're probably gonna know what I say because I bash this song like so much. Revenge Party. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, there's just so many iconic lines in there. You go, Glen Coco, like, just come on. Brilliant. I just love Revenge Party so much. But, yeah, my favourite song is Revenge Party, in case I've not just emphasised that enough. So, moving on to least favourite song. Fearless. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like the song. That's the song that ends Act 1, but I just personally didn't like the song. Like, in case you not realise, I'm just not really liking much good songs. Sorry if that's your favourite song, guys. It's just personally not mine. But, yeah, Fearless. I'm just gonna go with Fearless. So, favourite scene. I'm probably going to sound stupid for saying this, but the bus crash when Regina George gets run over by the bus. Probably shouldn't be saying that because she could have died, but the way that it's done out, even though I've not seen it live, is brilliant. Like, I'm surprised they actually put the bus crash into the musical. But, yeah, it is brilliant. Because for those that have seen the show, if you like live in New York, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a little bus like just moving across the boards, so it's like electronic. And I'm not gonna say much, but let's just say Regina George goes flying. But yeah, that scene's done brilliantly. So, question 4. Least favourite scene. Least favourite scene. This is also a hard one because, again, it's just an amazing show. I honestly don't think I've got one. And that is the God's honest truth. I personally do not have a least favourite scene. So I think I'm just going to skip it and move on because I don't have a least favourite scene. So, final question. Why I like the show overall? It's just brilliant. it's just an absolute brilliant show. Like, there's similarities to the film, which is good. It's not just fully, like, based on the film. But it is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Like, I just hope it gets a West End transfer because I'm just dying to see it live. Like, I have the soundtrack on repeat, belting all the songs to the point where I'm getting told to shut up. But, yeah, Mean Girls comes in at number 8. Number 7, Dear Evan Hansen. I've not seen this show, but I really want to. I was supposed to see it in March, but again, coronavirus happened and basically stopped that from happening. Such an emotional show. Like, I listened to the soundtrack for the first time and I've just bawled my eyes out because it's all about mental health and all that, and it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Like, again, that's one that uses a lot of like electronic setting, and I did watch a bootleg. I watch quite a lot of bootlegs for shows that I can't see, so I probably shouldn't do that, but it's the only way I'm probably going to see a show for the foreseeable future until COVID decides that it can just go away. But yeah, enough rambling. Dear Evan Hansen comes in at number 7, so let's just get on to answering the questions. Favourite song? Waving Through the Window. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's the second song in the show, and it's just basically when Evan first meets Connor, and it's just like shortly after that. But yeah, it's just so amazing because it just like talks about Evan's anxiety basically. But yeah, it's brilliant. I love that song so much. So I need to stop rambling because this video is already 17 minutes long and this is just going to end up really long if I don't. So, least favourite song, To Break in a Glove. I think a lot of people say that, but just personally to me, I didn't understand it. Like, where does that even fit in? But yeah, To Break in a Glove is my least favourite song. My favourite scene is the end of Act 1 when basically Evan starts like this little online fundraiser for like a memory of Connor. And the song You Will Be Found is played during that, but yeah, it's a beautiful scene that I absolutely love it. Least favourite scene, again, To Break in a Glove. I don't really understand it, like, I don't understand where that comes into the storyline, but yeah, To Break in a Glove scene, it's just not for me. So, yeah, and finally, my overall opinion and why I like the show. It's just so emotional, like, I don't know what it is about me, but I just love shows that are emotional but funny at the same time, because Dear Evan Hansen is both funny in certain ways, not too deep, like, it's not too deep, but yeah, there is a lot of dark humour and stuff like that. And then and then there's also just the emotional side to it, because obviously it talks about mental health, because Evan Hansen is a boy with anxiety, so he battles through that during his senior year. So yeah, number 7 is Dear Evan Hansen. Coming in at number 6, and Juliet. Oh my god, I cannot express to you how amazing this show is. Like, I'm not a fan of Shakespeare. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of Shakespeare. Every single time we had an English lesson and we were doing Shakespeare, I could have fell asleep. But, yeah, and Juliet. Basically, a plot twist on Romeo and Juliet if Juliet wasn't to kill herself and just live her life. It's a jukebox musical, got songs by Max Martin, all songs that I idolise. Of course, it was going to come in my top 10, guys. It was coming in. So, favourite song is Raw. That's just towards the end of Act 2, so the end of the show. And it's just Juliet basically just expressing how stronger she's become since Romeo died. That died was a spoiler. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Raw is my favourite song because it just basically explains how strong Juliet has become, like I've already said. And just that she's now about to live her life the way she wants to. Least favourite song. Oh, now this is hard. Show Me the Way of Being Lonely is probably my least favourite song. And that's just basically at Romeo's funeral. I don't know, there was just something about it. Yeah, there was just something about it that I just didn't get. So, yeah, Show Me the Way of Being Lonely is my least favourite song. Favourite scene, when Nurse and Lance sing, Effing Perfect and Break Free. It's so, I don't know. I just don't know. It's just so funny. Like, I love that scene so much. Honestly, it's just amazing. And, yeah, in case you've not realised, it's just, I don't know, it's like a dark humour. But, yeah. When theatres reopen, head down to the Shaftesbury Avenue and you will see what I'm talking about. Least favourite scene. I'd say the One More Try scene when Romeo and Juliet are on the little, bench thing. Again, spoiler alert. But, yeah, that's probably my least favourite scene. Because One More Try was actually written just specifically for and Juliet. But, I don't know, that scene just wasn't my cup of tea. And why I like it so much, it's just an amazing show. All the songs linking perfectly to scenes, and yeah, it's just an amazing show. I saw it in Manchester, and I was supposed to be seeing it for Shaftesbury before, obviously, we got put on lockdown and theatres got shut. So, yeah. We've hit the halfway mark, and you have listened to me ramble for 23 minutes, so thank you for sticking with me. So, coming in at number 5, Heathers. Obviously, I mentioned it before, so obviously it would make it into the lineup. Again, never seen this show. I watched a bootleg because I'm a naughty girl. But, yeah, Heathers. It's just dark humour. But it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again, based on the film Heathers, I love the film, so again, I was supposed to be seeing it on tour in Manchester in October, but that's been postponed, hopefully. I've not yet seen a date yet, but hopefully it gets rescheduled for Manchester. But yeah, Heathers, coming in at number 5. So, favourite song? I say No. The way that Carrie just sings that song just touched me. It really did. And that was just specifically written for the West End version, so whether it makes it into the tour, I don't know, but I really hope it does because it's just such a good song. Least favourite song is Fight For Me. Again, brilliant scene, brilliant acting. I just didn't like the song. I just don't know what it is. Like, the song is just so short that I don't feel like I could enjoy it as much. Like, if I ever saw it live, like, I have already seen a bootleg and listened to the soundtrack. But, yeah, Fight For Me just isn't really for me. So, favourite scene is the opening Beautiful, when all the cast are getting, like, announced, like being introduced, and it's an 8-minute song, and it's just brilliant. It's a brilliant way to open a show. Least favourite scene. Oh gosh. My least favourite scene, again, is, I don't know. But if I did have to pick one, it would probably be the scene just before Big Fun, when Veronica and the Heathers are playing croquet in Veronica's garden. I don't get it. But yeah, that is probably my least favourite scene. And overall, why I like the show, Heathers is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It just emphasises about teenage suicide so much, but again, there is a lot of dark humour in it, also known as JD. But yeah, watch the show to work that out. So coming in at number 4, Les Miserables. Longest running musical, automatically a classic. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love that show so much. I saw that in Liverpool. Again, my vlog is somewhere on this page, my, channel. But, yeah, Les Mis. So, favourite song is On My Own. That is Eponine solo. And it's just basically Eponine showing how hurt she is because of Marius liking Cosette. Again, spoiler. So sorry for all the spoilers. But, yeah, On My Own just really, really got to me. Because it just emphasises how lonely Eponine actually is. And, yeah, it's just such an emotional song. I just love it. That song will always hold a special place in my heart. It's just amazing. Least favourite song. My least favourite song in Les Mis, Beggars at the Feast. Like, I know it's just one of those scenes, but yeah, I just personally don't like the song Beggars at the Feast. So, favourite scene is the scene where all the students are in the ABC cafe just before the barricades. And that's just Honduras basically explaining what's going to happen on the barricades and basically what they're sacrificing. It's brilliant, and it's just before, like, the revolution and stuff. But, yeah, that is my favourite scene. Least favourite scene is the sewers. Personally, didn't get why they had to drag him through a sewer. I know it was because Javert was basically looking for them, but don't understand why Thénardier had to be there. Really don't. Like, to me, the Thénardiers, they just basically like to stir shit, in my opinion. But, yeah, the sewers is my least favourite scene. And why I like the show. Les Mis is the longest running musical, as I've already mentioned, and it's just brilliant. I just absolutely love it. Like, I know it's singing all the way through and that, and it's like a 3-hour show, but it's just brilliant. I just absolutely love Les Mis. And I do hope to see the Sondheim version when theatres reopen. Like, I really, really want to see the Sondheim version, even though I haven't seen... Well, no, I have seen the new production, because the new production is actually the current UK tour, which I saw in Liverpool. So, yeah, number 4 is Les Mis. So, coming in at number 3 is Everybody's Talking About Jamie. And thank you for sticking with me for, like, half an hour. Like, it took half an hour to get to the final 3. Like, I'm so sorry. But, yeah, number 3, Everybody's Talking About Jamie. Brilliant show. Again, LBGTQ. It's a 16-year-old wanting to be a drag queen. It's brilliant. And again, it's like Kinky Boots. Jamie's dad just doesn't accept him. Again, spoiler alert. So sorry. I'm just so sorry for all the spoilers, but yeah, Everybody's Talking About Jamie will always hold a special place in my heart. I've seen this show twice, once in London, once in Sheffield for the press night of the UK tour, and It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I had Leighton both times as my Jamie, and yeah, he's brilliant. I love Leighton so much. And yeah, so questions. Favourite song? The title song, everybody's talking about Jamie, opens Act 2, and it's basically after Jamie's little first show. Again, spoiler, Zoe, stop it. But yeah, that's just shortly after his first show. Excuse me. Yeah. So everybody's talking about Jamie is my favourite song. Least favourite song is If I Met Myself Again. Emotional song, don't get me wrong. I sat and bawled my eyes out. I just didn't like it. I really didn't. And I don't know why I didn't like it, but I just didn't like it. Favourite scene is when Jamie is like showing his prom dress for the first time. So he just basically comes down the stairs with his prom dress on and that he made himself. And then that breaks into limited edition prom night special. And there's just something about that scene that touched me because Jamie's got his heart set on wearing a dress to prom. And I just literally sat in the audience and thought, yes, you go. You go. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed of anything. Like, if you want to wear a dress to prom, wear a dress to prom. You shouldn't be stopped. So, yeah, that scene, brilliant. I loved it. My least favourite scene is when Jamie goes to see his dad. And that's just simply because I just found it horrible of the way that he spoke to Jamie. But, again, it's part of Jamie's story, so obviously it had to be included. But I find things like that they just disgust me. They really do. So, why I like the musical overall? I kind of covered it at the beginning. It's just a feel-good show, talks about LGBTQ a lot. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I hope to see it on tour again, and I hope to go hope to go to London and see Noah in the role, because I'm yet to see Noah. Like I said before, I've had Leighton on twice as my Jamie. So, yeah, it would be nice to experience a new Jamie. So, yeah. We're now in the final two. I wonder what they're going to be, guys. So, number 2. We have Six the Musical. Saw it in Salford. Was blown away. My first time seeing the show. It was a sing-along. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Talk about female empowerment. Like, honestly, Six is just incredible. Absolutely incredible. It's only a 75-minute show, but honestly, the female empowerment in that show is just brilliant. Like, Toby and Lucy have done such a good job writing that show. Like, all the songs are brilliant. It's just 6 girls on stage showing female empowerment, basically talking about Henry VIII's wives. Henry the wives? That does not make sense, Zoe. Sort it. So, yeah. So, going into the questions, favourite song is All You Wanna Do, and that's just simply because Catherine Howard is my favourite queen. So, yeah, All You Wanna Do is basically one of the longest songs in the show. I think it's like 6 minutes long, but it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. My least favourite song in the show is Catherine Parr's song, I Don't Need Your Love. And I don't know why that is. It's just one of my least favourite songs. My favourite scene. Again, the beginning. When they come out the curtain and start saying divorced. Beheaded, died, and so on. It's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I'm sorry you can hear that in the background. It's my dog snoring. Not sure you wanted to know that, but yeah. Least favourite scene. There isn't one. And that is not a joke. 6 is brilliant. And there's not a scene that I didn't enjoy. So, there isn't one for that one. And why I like the show so much. Like I said before, talks about female empowerment a lot. Talks about Henry VIII's wives really, really, really well. Like, so much in depth. Even though it's, like, made funnier. But, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, here we go, guys. Number 1. Can we get a drum roll, please? Billy Elliot. Obviously, I was going to mention Billy Elliot. So, Billy Elliot is my all-time favourite musical. Ran on the West End for 11 years. Did a UK tour for 14 months. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love that show. But never seen it live. And I just want to cry. But, yeah, Billy Elliot. I must have watched that pro shot about 100 and odd times now over lockdown. Brilliant. I absolutely love that show. So, yeah. Brilliant. So, favourite song is Electricity. And that's just Billy's little audition for something that I'm not going to say. So, Billy goes to this audition and one of the judges so basically asks him a question and he starts explaining, like, why he likes it so much. So, for those that don't know, is Billy Elliot is about a boy who wants to be a ballet dancer, but his dad wants him to be a boxer. But, yeah, I'm not going to go into too much. Least favourite song. Again, I don't really have one, but if I did have to choose one, it would be the Grandma song. Again, the Grandma did deserve to get a song because she's so funny. Like, honestly, she's hilarious. So yeah, it would be the Grandma's song, and that's just basically a song about how rubbish her life was. But it could have been better, that song. But yeah, so moving on to favourite scene. For this one, I have 2. It's the end of Act 1, Angry Dance. That is my first one, and that's just basically when Billy's dad tells him something and he just breaks into a massive angry dance, and that ends Act 1. And the second one is the letter scene. I cry every time, every single time I watch that scene. I just bawl my eyes out. It's brilliant. So, if you've watched the film, basically Billy's mother passed away, and the letter scene is a letter that Billy's mum wrote Billy for when he was 18, but he opened it when he was like 11. Such an emotional scene. And that is reprised at the end of the show as well. It's brilliant. But at the end of the show, it's Billy writing a letter to his mum, and that just makes it even more emotional. It's just so emotional. So, my least favourite scene. I really don't have one. There's not a scene in Billy Elliot that I don't like. Like, I know I said that the Grandma song was my least favourite song, so you would probably think that was my least favourite scene as well, but it's not. The scene is done brilliantly. But, personally, the Grandma song just didn't touch me. Well, it did, but it's just one of those songs that I didn't really enjoy. But, yeah. So, I'm just not even going to give a scene for that question because there just isn't one. Billy Elliot's just a brilliant show in general. And overall, why I like the show. So, Billy Elliot is just such an emotional show. It's brilliant. It is funny. It's electrifying, as it says, but honest to God, it's brilliant. I really hope that this show comes back to the UK because I am just dying to see it. I am dying to see it. So, yeah. There you go, guys. I'm so sorry this video was so long and it took 40 minutes for me to explain all this. But, yeah. Those are my top 10 musicals. So, if you like this video, feel free to like. And also, if you're new to this channel, hello. And if you're not yet subscribed, obviously, like, subscribe. I'll put, like, a little sticker here. Yeah. So, I hope you liked this video. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on Instagram. I'll put that in the description like I always do. And, yeah. I will see you all in my next video.